authentic connections, not networking, run for the community, by the community. Our culture. We're a very safe and supportive environment. We are co-owned by all who show up and support. We're a radical and intentional inclusivity, organizers, presenters, and attendees. 1 Million Cups is totally volunteer-led. Rotate new organizers often, and we fuel your presenter pipeline as our community. So this is how it works. We meet every week at the same time, 9 o'clock, and we go till 10 o'clock. You can also, we would ask you if you want to log on to Facebook and then share the meeting, that would be terrific. You can share the content from our meeting, and you can provide us feedback in the chat. Also, if you've got questions later, you can put your questions into the chat, as well as raise your hand, and more about that shortly. Our organizers, Danelle Johns, Jen Dalton, Tony Barnett, Myosha Mendes, John Yu, John Ruttenberg, Ronetta Jones, Marnie Miller, and Rosemarie Savino, and myself. Today's sponsors, Office Evolution. Sylvia, are you here? I didn't see you come in.
Yes, I'm here.
Great.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name is Sylvia, and I'm of Office Evolution. Here at Office Evolution in Tyson's Corner, we provide affordable and beautiful office space. We have private offices, team offices, conference rooms, shared office, and we also offer virtual services such as a professional business address. So if you're interested or you need more information, just reach out to us. I will put my information in the chat. Thank you.
Thanks, Sylvia. Dan, why don't you tell us about Golden Rule?
Yeah, thanks, Melinda. Good morning, everyone. I'm the co-founder of Golden Rule Home Watch Concierge. We take care of and oversee vacant and unoccupied homes and properties in Northern Virginia. Our clients are snowbirds, people that go south or west for the cold weather, professional athletes. We have some of the Washington Nationals, folks that may go somewhere else for the off season, and people. And our third biggest vertical is people in the Foreign Service or the State Department. They buy a home but are not back in the United States yet. I've been coming to 1 Million Cups for a while, and I wanted to offer a few things for lessons learned and starting a business and being a solopreneur. Number one, when you start your business, you will feel like you need to cast a very wide net. Geography, products, services, client types. You'll quickly learn, however, where you prefer to go, what product or service you want to offer, and who you don't want to have as a client. I'm sure those folks that have been in business for a while probably have lots of stories. Keep these things written in pencil since they will change, and that's okay. The number 2 point is talk to people that you trust and that are experienced, besides friends and family that tell you what you want to hear. And the many vendors that sell to small business and tell you, you must do X. It's easy to become overwhelmed and to feel alone when you start a business. And these things lead me to number 3. Kudos to you for coming to 1 Million Cups. There's much experience shared from nice people who really want to help you. And there's great camaraderie. Don't underestimate these things. Tune in next week and same time for a few more lessons learned. Dan Linder, Golden Rule Home Watch and Concierge. Thanks.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Sylvia. Okay, this is how our meetings work. First of all, please put your microphone on mute. And then when you're going to ask questions, you can use it down in the bottom corner. You will see the button so that you can raise your hand. It's the reactions button, and then raise your hand, and then we will call on you. You can also put your question in the chat, and then we'll see you and be able to call on you as well. If the moderator says your name, please unmute your microphone, say your name and who you are with, then ask your question or make your comments. Please put your microphone back on mute when you're done. And perfect. Today's presenter is Jus4Us. Jeanette, are you there? And before I have you come on, Tiana, your daughter is here. Happy birthday, Tiana, and your son, Ronald. Welcome.
much. Yes, I'm back. I actually got kicked out, but now.
Glad you're back. You're
Thank
up.
you. All right. Hi, good morning, all. Thank you. First of all, I just want to say thank you for this amazing opportunity. To Melinda, who has worked tirelessly with me on this. Renata, thank you, and congratulations, Renata, on your win. Danielle, thank you for being such an amazing leader, and again, for this opportunity. Again, my name is Jeanette, and I am the proud owner of Jus4Us Natural Hair Care. And my challenge question for right now is, how do I connect industry leaders and distributors across multiple sectors? How do I bring awareness, Jus4Us awareness to industry leaders? Next slide, please. My story begins. I am a proud female veteran, disabled Navy veteran, as a matter of fact. And the research and development for Jus4Us came as I suffered debilitating migraines. And I was looking for a chemical-free product to use on my hair, scalp, and skin, because what I found during my research is that those chemical laden products actually exacerbate the migraines and cause intensity and frequency. And well, with that, I started making it, using it, and 2 years later, my daughter says, "Mom, if it works for you, it'll work for others." And Jus4Us was born legally May 2019. Next slide, please. And my mission is to reach this, those suffering with scalp and skin irritations from the crown of their head to the soles of their feet. And we are providing a holistic alternative to hair care. We are free, we are cruelty-free, we are perfect. And we are not only restoring hair, scalp, and skin, but we are restoring personal confidence through healthy hair and skin. Next slide, please. Key market trends. We will penetrate this market. We are excited to be in such an amazing market as we are growing. The holistic market is actually growing, as you can see the numbers that are here on the screen. And also with the opening up of, I would say, the world, everyone is pampering themselves a little bit more now and getting out, and they're more conscious about holistic alternatives. So we want to be a part of that, that change. Next slide, please. During our research, I found that basically all of the applications, the chemical, hair and skin and scalp applications that we apply or absorbed directly into our blood cause some of these issues that are on the screen. Respiratory issues, which I had no idea. I suffer with asthma as well. And the last one at the bottom, I really didn't have a clue that they cause reproductive and developmental issues as well. Next slide, please. Our solution, again, we have a full line. We have 2 different shampoos, a clarifying with apple cider vinegar, a regular black soap shampoo for just a regular cleanse, a leave-in conditioner, replenishing oil, hydrating mist, and coming skincare line, body wash, body cream, and body oil. Next slide, please. And as you can see, for the healthy hair that's on the screen, at the top, you see my daughter, and she is natural. She's been natural and only using Jus4Us ever since I started. My friend, Courtney, who's in the middle, she uses the products faithfully. And then the young man on the end, he has an urban clothing line here in the Dallas DFW area. And actually that is me, where it says invest in your hair. And those are locks. So I am trying to show, or I am showing, the versatility of and the diversity of the products. As you can see, they're multi-purpose, multiracial, and multi-use. Can be used on beards, braids, wigs, because men always ask, can I use that? Yes, you can. Our current distribution right now, we are in 3 4 stores here in the DFW area. We are in a health food store, a beauty supply store, a bookstore, which also is basically a holistic, has a area for holistic products. But we are moving into TV shopping. We are online because we have a website, and just really we are in two hair care salons, one specifically for locks, and the other is just a regular hair care salon, but her clients actually like the products natural. Next slide, please. Our future plans to be on 1MillionCup platforms within the next 6 months. This is number 2. I have 3 more following, so I am almost there. To penetrate more holistic markets, we will continue our vendor shows. And of course, Veterans Girl America. We had such an amazing time at Fort Belvoir. Thank you, Donnell. Thank you, Renetta. And I plan to follow them all over with my marketing team, Ronald and Tiana. We have been approached by Sally's and we have been approached by Target, but I'm not sure how to answer their questions because I don't want to change my formula. Next slide, please. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or if you would like to contact me on after this, my information is here on the slide, but I've also put it in the chat. My name is Jeanette, known as Madam J on Clubhouse. Thank you so much for your time. Do you have any questions? Again, my challenge question is, how do I connect? How do you assist me in connecting with industry leaders, distributors across the markets? Thank you again.
Thank you, Jeanette. We appreciate you coming here and asking our community this incredible challenge question. Hi, I'm Rosemary. I'm going to moderate today. And for those of you who are return visitors, I'll reiterate our process for our new community members. Please use the reaction button at the bottom of your Zoom window to put your hand up, or you can put your hand up physically. Hopefully I'll see it. You can also ask questions in the chat. So what we'll ask you to do is state your name, your affiliation, or your company, ask your question. Jeanette, our coaching to you is always to say thank you, answer in as short a time as possible so that we can get as many questions in as we can. And Ronetta, I see that you have your hand up. Please ask Jeanette.
Good morning, Jeanette. Thanks for such a great presentation. Also, I can attest to her hair care products being amazing. I've started using them. Jeanette, I wanted to find out what media outlets are you using now, and whether it's through local, have you done any local television interviews or any connected with the local hotspot outlets?
Not at this time. No, I have not. No. The only thing we're using right now is basically social media, Instagram, Facebook. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, but nothing local.
Great. Thanks for your question, Ronetta. Basile, I see you have your hand up, and then Kevin.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Great presentation. If talking about distributing your product, I thought about 2 things. You could create an affiliate program, or you can even create a network marketing aspect component. The reason I say that is, as we all know, word of mouth is a very, very powerful tool in marketing. So my suggestion is to study those, an affiliate program or a network marketing aspect to help you get the word out.
Thank you so much for that suggestion. Yes, I am working with someone right now, and we are working on an affiliate program. We were just having that discussion on yesterday. Thank you.
Very good.
Great. Thank you, Basile. Kevin.
Good morning, Jeanette. That was a very nice presentation you gave, and I wish you all the luck in the future. I see that you are on Instagram, and my question is to piggyback off of Renette's earlier inquiry about social media. Have you tried or have you thought about reaching out to Instagram influencers, maybe trying to get them to use your product and broadcast that to their followers?
Yes, I have thought about that. And again, with my mentor, we are working on not only the affiliate program, but we are also working on influencers as well. It's going to be gradual because you have to be strategic in who you choose as your influencer.
Definitely. And they can be kind of expensive sometimes too. So
Absolutely. And you also have to make sure that they're following is still positive.
and real.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you for your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. John Foster, you are up, and then Renetta, you're on deck.
Oh, thank you so much. Jeanette, love the presentation. So Jeanette, I always come back to my love of LinkedIn. And when I went and pulled you up, I see you're a notary.
Yes, I am.
And which is great. But if you're trying to push this, I think you want to take a look from a branding standpoint. It goes back to your challenge question of you're looking for industry leaders and distributors. Certainly LinkedIn would be a place I would really take a serious look at.
Okay, thank you very much. I just wrote that down. I appreciate that.
Thank you, John. As a reminder, if you guys wouldn't mind putting in the chat your suggestions and questions, we always share the chat threads with our presenters, and you guys are coming a mile a minute at Jeanette, so we want her to have a record afterwards to go back and take a look at. Okay, Renetta, do you still have a question? You're still muted.
Rosemary, I'll put my hand back up in a moment, okay?
Oh, no problem. Okay, so Ron and then Melinda, you're on deck. Ron's hand is gone, so maybe Melinda, you're up.
Jeanette, great presentation. I know that when we were talking about also looking at your market as B2B and B2C, and how you can break down all the C into different types of groups like sororities and fraternities and other types of groups. Maybe you can comment a little bit on that and share that with everyone.
Yes, and thank you so much for that suggestion. Again, I still want to thank you for all you've done for me and the suggestion you've made as we've worked together on this presentation. But yes, that is my my goal moving forward, along with the affiliate program and the influencer and LinkedIn. I am, as we spoke, going to look into networking and asking the sororities and fraternities as well, because it's not just for women, it's for men as well.
And the men's line is really important because there's a lot of segmentation in men's lines, hair care, skin care, and also the styling products or your oils and massage therapists and everything else.
Yes.
I know you're looking for introductions for how you can meet some of these groups so that you can go after them.
Yes, I am.
Right.
Yes, I am. Yes,
And there are some trade associations that we can put you in touch with, and there are industry publications where you can start sending them content, and especially about what makes you unique is your black soap. And maybe you could comment a little bit about that product because it is a very unique product in all of its benefits in the holistic arena.
I'm actually presenting on this coming weekend to one of, her name is Isis, and she's here in the DFW area, and she's one of the major key players here in the holistic world. And so I will be presenting to her this weekend.
Melinda, can you change the screen back to the challenge question?
Oh, sure. I didn't know I hit it. I apologize.
Thank you.
Awesome questions, Melinda. Thank you. A couple of reminders, folks, when you're done asking questions, put your hand down in the same place you put your hand up so that we can keep a good roll. Reggie, I have you on deck. Kevin, I don't know if you had a follow-up question or not.
I did not. I just lowered my hand. Sorry about that.
So Reggie, then Jennifer, and then John Rutenberg. Go, Reggie.
Yes. Good morning. Thank you, Jeanette. Great presentation. Reggie Holmes, Enthused Creative. I just had a couple of suggestions or ideas. I'm not sure if I know you're on Facebook. I don't know if you have a group around your products. Like, groups are very popular because it allows you to create this sort of organic community where people can share about their journey using your product, something that they may not be open to really sharing on their personal profile. They can join this semi-private community and talk about their experience using your product, how it's worked for them, show their transformation over time. So if you don't have a community like that, I would consider using Facebook or some other tool to build this organic community of people who are passionate users and advocates for your product. Also, I think that it's really part of a life. It should be like a lifestyle brand. I would position it as a lifestyle brand, not just a product or a series of products. Like when you talk about holistic and healthy and vegan and cruelty-free, like you're really speaking to a segment of the population that practices a particular lifestyle and has certain values that transcend just hair and skincare products, but really things they eat, places they shop. So I would try to connect with people that are part of that holistic lifestyle, and that will I think open up some opportunities for you as well. So those would be my two things: just creating your own community where you can build this natural groundswell of people that are excited about the product, and then positioning it as a lifestyle brand and connecting with other people across the holistic spectrum.
Thank you, Reggie. I appreciate those suggestions.
Awesome insights, Reggie. Jennifer Rose, I know you had asked a couple of questions in chat. So if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, not so many questions, just more suggestions. Great presentation, Jeanette. I run one of the many chambers of commerce in the Northern Virginia area. So each week when I'm on, I always remind folks, no matter where you are, check out your local chamber of commerce. They have special women's groups. They tend to have special veterans groups. They have a wide variety of members that may be spas, salons, barber shops. And I imagine in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, there's probably quite a few chambers of commerce. So shop around, check out their websites, look who makes up their membership, and then pick one and join them, ask lots of questions, reach out to fellow chamber members. One thing that I can say with great authority is chamber members love to support other chamber members. I also threw a couple of other suggestions in there. Look at beauty schools. Get those beauty school graduates like hooked on using your product right out of the gate. And I'm in the middle of putting in the chat right now, college campuses. They love to have businesses on there. Each campus is a little different and how you can reach their students, but check that out. The sororities, Black sororities. I also reminded you about the different types of chambers that are out there. There are Black chambers of commerce, Hispanic, Asian, hit them all because they're all great resources for you.
Thank you, Jennifer, for those suggestions.
Great insights from our resident expert, Jennifer Rose. John Rutenberg, you are up next. Then I have a question actually, and then I have Monifa and then Lisa Shapiro.
Hey, Jeanette, thank you so much for your courage to present to us. Really, really enjoyed it and wish you all the best, of course. I'd like to focus in on who are the potential distributors. I'm all for everyone's commentary on social media, but my marketing style is to be narrow and deep. So and I don't know who the right distributors are, but if, let's say, there are 4 or 5 major distributors of hair products, I think trying to figure out how to reach a couple of those could be a grand slam home run. And it may be through LinkedIn, as John Foster suggested, of finding a connection. But your challenge question in part was finding distributors. And I would urge you, I think that's a faster path to a bigger game than the ways in which we all market, but you have a specific product, and if you could find the right distributor, all of a sudden you could have major sales.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. I get to ask my question now, and then after me is Monifa, then Lisa Shapiro, then Melinda. So Jeanette, I love this business that you're bringing forward to us, and just in direct response to your challenge question, have you researched local industry conferences, whether it's natural products, health and well-being coaches, any kind of spa or salon products, even if they're, or women entrepreneurs or Black entrepreneurs or like Veterans Grow America, veteran entrepreneurs? There are generally conferences that are becoming more in person again, but expos, they're always looking for speakers, and you have a terrific story and a terrific product. And because you have people who are specifically focused on any one of those particular vertical elements, they are here to listen to your story, and you will find leaders, distributors, potential partners. So I brought up coaches because I think health and well-being coaches and self-care coaches will be able to also market your product for you. So it's a different kind of distribution channel, but it's a referral channel. So Melinda might have some of those conferences for you, but I would recommend that you just do a Google search on what conferences. I mean, the DFW area hosts all kinds of expos and conferences all the time. So I'm sure you'll be able to find something there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rosemary. I'm actually a sponsor and a sponsor presenter at a holistic festival at the end of June. So yes, I am. I'm taking part in as many as possible.
Awesome. There's one particular expo I'm thinking of. It originated out of the Dallas area. I'll have to email you separately, but it's a women entrepreneurs focused one, and they have an expo, so you can speak and you can sell your product there so that people get to know it.
Thank you very much. And I also do present online to the Hispanic Chamber. And it doesn't matter for us, is for everyone. That's what the us is for. It's for everyone. It's not specific.
Awesome. Monifa, do you still have a question or a comment?
No, I don't. John kind of took my thunder there, but I know we still need to speak, so we'll make some time. And I thought that presentation was great, but I really would like to connect with you on some industry leaders that I have come across sometime.
Thank you, Monifa.
Thank you.
And thank you for all of your support thus far.
And I'm also going to be a customer today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Quick reminder, please mute yourself again after you've asked your questions. If you have questions, put your hands up. Lisa, I have you, and then Melinda, you're on deck.
Great, thank you. Congratulations, Jeanette, on a successful presentation.
Thank you.
I think that you presented very well. I want to essentially mirror almost exactly what John said, because if your challenge question really is about connecting and contacting with industry leaders and distributors, I don't really view industry leaders as people on social media or influencers. I view that as these are companies that are taking a look at products like yours and helping them accelerate into a growth stage for their business. And so I put in my chat, the chat, good morning to everyone. So I do have my own company. It's called DC Fempreneur, but I also wear the hat because I work directly with the Virginia Small Business Development Center, specifically with the ICAP program, which works with startups that are innovative and high tech. And while your company isn't necessarily innovative and high tech, I can speak to the exact sort of guidance that would be given to you as if you were a client of the SBDC. And exactly what John said is right on. What you want to do, if you have not done it already, is you want to take a look at products that are very similar to yours and who distributes them. Because you're going to want to go and find meetings and make presentations and present to people who are more likely to distribute your product than anyone else. And if those people say, well, we really like your product, our portfolio is full right now, like we can't take on another product like yours. However, here's somebody else we recommend that you meet with. So what you're looking for are really high level meetings right now. You're wanting to look for people that can connect you with those industry leaders. And who can do that is those distributors. So again, I would take a look at products exactly like yours. I'm sure you did this when you were, starting in your development phase of, what other products are out there exactly like yours. Have you found some distributors already that are willing to talk to you and meet with you?
I have. As a matter of fact, it started in May 2019. I have church members who they actually started assisting me on my journey. But the first question is, back then and just recently within the last 3 weeks, how married to your formula are you? Because the first thing they want to do is change my formula. And I do not want to disrupt the integrity of my formula. It is natural, it is chemical free. And with my research, I did learn that natural is just a word. The base of the product can be natural, maybe spring water, maybe black soap, but that's 1%, and 99 can be chemical laden. And that's not what I want. I don't want my product infused with chemicals. So that's my limitation, my issue at this time. So right now I will continue to manufacture, distribute, and do everything on my own until I find that one distributor that will not disrupt my formula.
Okay, I'm in a mastermind with some industry leaders. Recently, there's one particular person I'm thinking of. Her name is Anne, and she was recently appointed to the board of directors at, I think it's called GSK. Okay. It's a beauty industry. She's a doctor, but she also has a skincare line for women of color. And it would only take me a minute to send her an email and ask her, when she was getting ready to go out and distribute her product, because hers is our natural as well. I mean, I think hers is essentially skin, but not hair, but she may have suggestions for all natural product distributors for women of color, which I think is your main customer segment as the terminology that we use. So I would go back to the drawing board as you continue to stick very tightly to your formula and look for more distributors of all natural products and see if you can get meetings with them. And because there are probably a lot of other companies that are like you that are not wanting to change their formula, but their products are being distributed and they are being picked up. So I would go out and I would find who those people are. Again, congratulations. I'm wishing you well.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Melinda, you are up, and then I have a question after Melinda.
Okay, Jeanette, you're in my wheelhouse and we've talked about a bunch of this stuff, but natural product industry is a no-brainer. They call it natural product, but they have 2 trade shows each year. There's one coming up in September, October on the East Coast, and there's the West Coast one in Anaheim in March. And my suggestion with that would be, if you had time, fly into Baltimore, I'll walk the show with you. We'd have to pre-register to do that. And then plan to possibly have a booth at the Natural Product Show in March in Anaheim. But the other industry, which we've talked about, is the salon industry. And the salon industry is a real natural product place for you to go to, because it's really easy to get into the distribution. They have distributors, and these are big distributors that take on product and then sell the product to all of the hair salons and skincare salons. And there are a number of major beauty distributors around the country. You've got Sally's, and you've got a contact there. They are the leader in a lot of the beauty distributors. And the beauty barber salon industry has one major trade show every year, which is usually in August. And it's the first week of August in Las Vegas. And it's the BBSI show. And all the big companies are there. And again, if there's an opportunity to walk that show, and have conversations with some of the companies there, you may even find organizations that may want to license your product, or you may even find some companies that have extra room on the manufacturing floor that do natural products that might be a good fit for being your manufacturer, and they might even let you use their salespeople. And then the other thing about the salon industry, and this is a real natural for you, is to get all of the salon technicians, both in the hair care, in the skin care, and the body care and everything. And they have beauty shows throughout the country in the spring, from about March, starting late February, March, and through the end of April. So there's a New York show. They're in different key markets. They have these shows, and all these hair care and skin care people come into the shows, and they walk the booths, and they it's actually a show where you can sell product too, and a lot of them buy their product there. You've got to start thinking about case packs, how you're going to pack it, how you're going to manufacture it. I know we've talked about contract fillers, but another natural place to go is to companies that aren't competitive, that have the lines and have the capability to manufacture your product. So pick my brain later. I probably said enough. I wrote down a bunch of things here, but I think distribution, and going back to John's comment, it's key. And the other pieces are the pull-through part, so that the consumer gets the product. And that's also really important. It's the trial part. Oh, and going back to trial, one of the things that I did with DEP years ago on the West Coast was I was working with DEP, and they wanted to do a lot of market research. And I went to the beauty schools, and all of the folks in beauty schools love to test products. They don't mind filling out a questionnaire about the products, how they liked it, and other things. And again, with Sally's in your backyard, and with all the beauty schools around the Dallas-Fort Worth area, that's a natural way to get some immediate input from people in the industry who like to try new products and things and everything. And they can also become ambassadors. So there are a whole bunch of things that you can do. In my 20 years of hair care, skin care, body care, and I can help you a lot with a lot of these things.
Yes, thank you. I'll pick your brain offline.
That's awesome, Melinda. I want to go back to a couple of folks who put some really great suggestions into the chat. Natasha, you had put something into the chat earlier. Do you want to share that with?
Sure. Thank you, Rosemary. Thank you for the great presentation, Jeanette. We met at the last pop-up at Fort Belvoir. But what I was recommending was, you mentioned not wanting to, change your formula, and your story sounds very similar to a woman by the name of Rochelle Graham. She's the owner of Alley K Naturals. I don't know if you know about her company, but she would be a direct competitor to your company, but she does have a YouTube channel, and she has like this training program for small businesses, and I think you could follow her and basically try to learn what she did, because I know when she received her contract with Target, that was one of her main concerns. She didn't want to change her formula because it always becomes diminished.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's all I had. Oh, and then also Monifa Keynes, she shared this information with me a couple of months ago, the Target Accelerator, because they are looking for diverse suppliers. So maybe you would be interested in that. I put all of the links in the chat.
Thank you, Natasha. It was very nice meeting you, and thank you for your suggestion.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Natasha. Sarita, I had seen that you also posted a comment earlier in the chat. Do you want to talk to Jeanette?
Sure. Thank you, Jeanette. It was a great presentation. I'm in the process of going natural, so I'd be interested in your products, but I didn't see anything on Instagram. What's your tagline on Instagram? Is it just for us?
It's JUS, just for us _ natural _ and I think I put it in the chat. I'll do it again. I'll put it in the chat again.
Yeah, because when I put up just for us, it didn't come up. It said for followers, so I didn't have it correct. But being in the DFW area, there's a lot of people who are in Greek and fraternities, you probably know. So I was just suggesting that you go out to your social media and just ask your friends, who do you know in a Greek organization? Because everybody knows somebody that's in a fraternity or a sorority. So they will start connecting you, that you will be flooded with people. And then through that, you can get to the right people that are the basilisks and the pole marks of those chapters. And once you get to them, they'll start supporting you. And then from there, you don't know who they know, and they know, you know, and so you can climb that marketing, at least get a great following, especially in that area. And then, you know, there's Soros and Fred Brothers all over the area. And then it just snowballs from one to the next, to the next, to the next. So my suggestion.
Thank you, Sarita. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you, Sarita. Quick reminder, please put your hand up or ask a question or make a comment in the chat. I have another question for you, Jeanette. And then I noticed that Reggie, you had put something in chat, so I'll ask you to go after me. So just to sort of build on something Sarita said, there's also military Greek. I learned about this in last week's presentation, and as you are a veteran yourself, you may want to look into that. I'm sure there's plenty of people who are better suited on this call than myself to dig into that a little bit. I also found the link for the Women Power X conference. So I put that in the chat for you as well. One other thing I was thinking about is I know that you are struggling with the question of Sally's and Target, as you mentioned. You might also want to go to Whole Foods, especially in your neighborhood. They really like to have local producers in their local stores. And as we have learned from previous presenters, if you do well in their local producer section, they may actually take you up and bring you national. And their whole brand is natural. And so I'm pretty sure they won't ask you to change your formula.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I never even thought of Whole Foods because there again, natural is holistic is totally different from natural. So it's all in the presentation. It's all in the verbiage, because when you say natural, that is just a play on words, but holistic, it means exactly that. It means chemical free. So yeah, I will present it. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I think Whole Foods is a better option than something like Giant, or I don't know what Safeway is called in your area. It's all the Kroger's mega shopping complex. But I do know that Whole Foods spotlights local producers, and you are on brand for them.
Thank you so much. As a matter of fact, I'll add Sprouts to that list.
Oh, there you go. Sprouts is another one. They're smaller and they're probably easier to get a hold of.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Reggie, you had made a follow-up comment.
Yeah, I put several things in there, but one question was about connecting with hotel chains. I don't know if people are still giving out toiletries or making those available, but you know, I think your product would be something that would be of interest to hotel chains, maybe some of the smaller ones that have a footprint, you know, in your area or across the country. So I would try to connect with some of them as well.
Thank you, Reggie. That's another area that I hadn't even thought about. Thank you so much. I appreciate these. Thank you all for everything that you guys are pouring into me because, you know, as a one-man show, I do have the assistance of my children, but as a one-man show, a one-woman show, it's really hard to just be everything and do everything, remember everything and think of everything. So thank you again for this platform. Thank you for pouring into me this morning. And just thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Okay, we have time for one more question before we go to our final question. Anybody still have a question on their plates? No, if not, Donnell, you, as always, our fearless leader, get the last question of today's presentation.
Jeanette, you already know how I feel about you. I think you have an amazing product. It spoke for itself when it was in my house, and my mother-in-law picked it up and started using it and was like, "Ooh, what is this?" And she actually started getting her hair done with it and was like, "Yeah, I want more of this." So, no, this is yeah. I mean, you know, it's been an amazing run once we met each other, and I'm very proud of everything that you're doing and what you're doing for the community as far as, you know, health and wellness. And my wife is an educator. She's actually in biology, and she loves to hear, you know, when the advertisements come out of saying natural and organic and all of that type of stuff, they play on those words, but they're just marketing schemes. So good for you for not changing, you know, to try to make a dollar and trying to really help our community. But my question for you is, how could our 1 Million Cups community support you?
You know, your community can continue to do exactly what you guys did this morning. You guys have poured into me. You have allowed me to pick your brain. You guys have blessed me with some amazing suggestions. And I have some homework to do. And just allow me to come back within 6 to 8 weeks and give you a report of the homework that you guys have given me. That's all I ask.
Absolutely. We were going to ask you to come back anyway, but now I'm glad that you want to come back. That's even better.
Absolutely.
I'm going to turn it back over to Rosemary.
And I'm in turn going to turn it over to Melinda.
Great job, Jeanette. Fabulous. Next week, we've got About Come. They're a patient-centric digital platform that matches patient and therapist and provides access to patient information for measurement or measurable mental health opportunities. And in our upcoming calendar, in 2 weeks, we've got, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Canoed Organics, and we need presenters. So everybody put on your thinking cap, think about who you know, who's an entrepreneur, who would like to come and visit us and hopefully get onto our list of being a presenter with us.
I messed Melinda up in saying nude on our call the other day. My dyslexia got in front of me and I was like, Canooty.
I know, I love that. I didn't know my hand was raised. Let me lower my hand. Upcoming events. Jennifer, Rose, are you in the audience? Would you like?
I am. We have our first in-person networking event tonight at Coyote Grill at 5:30. I can't remember if the registration is shut off, but if you're interested in coming, just hit me up with an email. That's the big news. In-person networking is back, but as you can see on the slide there, we've got other things coming up. The MEC's got a great program coming up. Reggie, I believe that's you doing that one. Yeah, lots going on.
Do you want to put some of the links into the chat? I couldn't do that from behind the screen.
I will drop some in right now.
Perfect. Karen also put something into the chat for everybody. It's an event tomorrow. So please save the chat and then download the chat. And we want to thank all of you for coming today. as you know, entrepreneurship is a lonely journey, and by getting together once a week, it's a way that we have that we can all share and help others that are going down this path. On behalf of our organizing team, we invite you to come back next week and invite people, and keep your eyes and ears open for people that are new entrepreneurs that would like to get some support and maybe stuck in some area, and we can help them the way we've helped Jeanette today. Thank you for coming.
I believe we have Ronald from Jus4Us wants to say a few words before we.
Oh, terrific. That's great. Yes. And Ronald also may be a presenter, as I understand.
Ronald, the floor is yours.
Thank you all so much. I have truly been impressed by the amount of information that you all have poured in this morning. I appreciate you all so much. And I was like, hey, that guy looks familiar. We just met each other. We're on the East Coast. Absolutely. I would love to present Ronald Madlock, the son of Janet Madlock Dent. I have a company called MP Financial, and I would love to present to you all. I would love to get your feedback and your suggestions. I would love to be able to do that. I'm really, truly impressed and thankful to this community, and I would like to continue my involvement. Thank you so much.
Consider it done. We just need you to go to 1millioncups.com/Fairfax, put in your application, and we'll expedite it.
Job.
We'll do it. That'll be completed today.
Also, happy birthday to Tiana.
Happy birthday, Tiana. Love you, sis. Thank you all so much for what you are doing for the community. Thank you.